Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Alexa and I am a former teacher and a health coach for teachers and paraprofessionals. I specifically help them beat burnout and so that they can have a work-life balance inside and out of the classroom. Okay, so today's topic is for substitute teachers. If you know a substitute teacher or you are a substitute teacher, this one is for you. This is just simple tips that I have when I was a sub, and I just feel like I've never really did anything for subs. So I have some tips for you today up my sleeve, and I hope that these help you, and I hope that you have the best experience subbing, because it is awesome. I mean, it can be awesome or it can be draining. So here we go. Okay. So my number one tip that I have for you is be confident. If you are not confident in yourself, those kids from kindergarten to 12th grade will seriously walk all over you. Fake it until you make it, and just don't even show that you're scared. Just go in there confident, pretend that you know what you're doing, and go with that. I promise you those kids will not pick up on the fact that you are not confident if you are just faking it to make it. Number two is your own set of rules for the day. So having your own set of rules really helps you, it really helps the students gain respect for you. So that way you're not getting that disrespect, oh, she's just a sub, no. You are a teacher and you went to school to be a teacher. And even though you're a sub, you know how school goes, right? So make up your own rules. I always had 3 rules, and I taught 9th and 10th grade, and I would say, okay, you guys are 9th and 10th grade, and I think that these rules are really easy to follow, and here they are. And I would say, respect me, I'm going to respect you, and respect your classmates. Work hard. Your teacher always has something for you to do, and today it's going to be this. And you need to finish it and work hard on it. And number 3 is work hard and learn something new. How hard is that? Okay. Number 3 is use the technology to your best ability. So this kind of goes with being confident and with the rules. So what I did is I got a computer out from the office, and I would project onto the board my roles and what my name was and what their task was for the day. So it was already there, and the students would actually view that before I started class for the day, before that late bell. So that was really, really helpful for me. And I think that would be useful for others. If you are someone who doesn't like technology, just try it or just ask. Number 4 would be get to know the teachers. Obviously, if you're new to the building and you're in for one teacher, you're not going to know that teacher or anyone else. But when you come back and you're like, hey, I subbed in your classroom, my name is Alexa, and I had a great time and whatnot, and get to know them and be friendly. And that's how you will be invited back. I guarantee you that. Number 4 would be eat in the teaching lounge. Don't eat alone. Eat with other people. There's other subs there. There might be teachers in there, maybe even the secretaries, whatnot. You're not alone, and you are not going to be surrounded all day. You're surrounded by children. Whether you teach kindergarten, 1st grade, 2nd, whatever, to 12th grade, they're children. And sorry, but no one wants to be around children that much. That's all your interaction is. So no, go to the lunchroom, introduce yourself, be friendly, and have a good time in there. Have some laughs, whatever, cool down, take the break, eat, and then just get back to whatever you have to do. This tip might be a little difficult to do as a substitute teacher, if I can talk, geez, is to make a connection with the students. Now it's hard because every student in the building is literally our student when you think of it that way. But like try to make a connection. Like even if it's like with 2 or 3 kids and you notice there's a child in your class who has a basketball uniform on, you ask them like, oh, what position do you play? Or something like that. Ask them open-ended questions and get to know them. I think that was number 5. So number 6, I would say, is never be mean. Always have a smile on your face. And there's nothing wrong with being firm, but like, don't be mean. Like, don't be the substitute teacher that's like, get your book out because that's what your teacher has you doing. And like, don't be that. Like, that's when the kids are going to notice your lack of confidence. Just have a smile on your face. Start class with, hey guys, I hope you had a great weekend. Does anyone want to talk about their weekend? You know, like something along those lines, and just make it cool. Like show them that you're like cool with this and you're smooth, and then start the day. Let them know what they're doing. Okay, I think that was number 6. Number 7 is, this is a really huge tip for teachers, substitute teachers, and I kind of caught this on when I was doing a long-term sub position, and I was like, wow, why did I not do this earlier? But anyways, walk around while the students are doing work. This might work for middle school and high school. I don't know how well this would work with elementary school kids, but one thing I would do is like, seriously, walk around. So you're telling the kids, okay, today you were on Blackboard and you were doing this assignment. You have numbers 1 through 15 to do. So then the next step for them you would do, so you'd walk around and stuff, but you would say, you need to show me your work and I will mark your name down. So if I mark your name down, you're good for the day. Or if maybe you just struggled today and you got like half the work done, or just like you have one more problem to do, whatever it is, just write that down. And I kid you not, when I started doing this, my troubled kids who just didn't want to do anything did the work because their name was going to be on that, and they were like, oh shit, like I need to do this work so that I don't get in trouble, because if I have another detention or whatever, like I'm like out of here. So that was really helpful for me, and they actually did the work. I was like, wow. It was amazing. And then the last tip I have for you today is the mostest importantest one. Are you listening? Okay. Follow the lesson plan as much as you can. Okay. So these teachers are, not that you as a substitute teacher are not working hard, but as the real teacher, they are overworked. They're underpaid. So are you. I know. Burnt out, all this negative crap that I hate seeing and I deal with on a daily basis with teachers as a health coach, but they are, and they need to get this lesson done, or this part of the lesson for that day done, so that they can move on. So if you see that lesson plan, and maybe you went to school like me for health and physical education, and I subbed for an honors math class, okay? I never stopped the class, or like I looked at the lesson plan and said, okay, they have Blackboard, this to do this, and then a video, okay? Well, I never was like, you know what? I'm going to make them do like I'm just going to have them walk outside on the track. Like, no, do not do that. Whatever you do, say, like, don't do it. Just follow the lesson plan to a T. If you can, to a T. If there's issues with the technology that day, call IT. Use your common sense first. Say like, what should I do? Like, don't freak out, because that's not going to help anything. But call IT or call the office and say, can anyone come down and help me with this? These students had this. I don't know what to do. You know, like someone will be able to help you. I guarantee you. So if that's an issue and technology's down, maybe the whole Wi-Fi went down, then they can have a talking period, or they can have like a period where they do get other work done if it's not on the computer. But that's like really important, is just to get the lesson plan done. Because that's obviously the objective of why you were there for the day. Okay, I actually have a bonus one that I thought of, and I kind of already said it, but during the day, just use your common sense. And I know that that sounds silly, but when I look back at some of the other substitute teachers that I worked with, they were older. So maybe it's kind of why I say this. Be calm and like just use your common sense with everything, okay? Like you went to school to teach, so you kind of like know what you're doing. And I know that like you might be a little bit scared, especially if it's like your first day, but still just think back to this video and just use your common sense, okay? So for example, if you are giving out roll call attendance, geez, and you are like saying names, you're like Alexa, and no one there is named Alexa, and you're like Justin, and no one's there named Justin, and you're like Sophia, and no one's name is Sophia. Like, you might have the wrong sheet, okay? Like, you made a mistake, so did the teacher, whatever. And then what I would do in that moment is just like, oh, like make a little joke about it, and then say to the kids, here's a piece of paper. I want you to write down your names, and then go through that way. And then call the office and say, hey, like I have the wrong attendance sheets. Do you mind if after this period I can come down and get a printed one of all of my teacher's class that I'm in for the day? There's nothing wrong with that. Just like, again, it's just common sense. There's no need to flip out on the students for that. I've seen that happen, and the kids are like, what? And so it's using more energy than you need to use. Definitely have fun with the kids. I know that you are like there for the day, and it's hard. And it's hard to just read a lesson plan and be like, oh, what am I doing? Okay. And then you just like, you're into it, right? Like you're like the front lines. You're going in and just doing it. And teachers, thank you for that. It's hard work. It's a lot of confidence to do, especially this in time and age. These kids can be very disrespectful. Don't let that get to you either. Oh my gosh, that was another tip. Jeez, so many tips that I would give to substitute teachers. But enjoy your time. Know that you are a professional. Be professional and enjoy the students. Try to just make an impression on them and make relationships with them. And I promise you it will go really well. You're a difference maker. I believe you, and I'll see you in this video.